Got it.
Waynesboro.
Thanks, Gina.
Excellent.
All right. Let's go ahead and headphone up.
I need to get a little dablitcher in me, you know?
You are now tuned in to WSHD. Shed time all the time. All right.
The place where we get high and unwind.
I dig it. Well, I think we got a fucking podcast to do here, fellas. What do you guys say?
Let's fucking do it,
get
dude.
it.
Let's get it.
All right. It's time to Shed Time podcast in 3, 2, and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce you to Shed Time. What is Shed Time, you ask? Well, it's code for the consumption of cannabis, but it's much more than that. Shed Time's a state of mind. It's art, it's music, it's cryptocurrency, technology, it's food, it's vaping. It can be whatever you want it to be, as long as you're not letting the bastards get you down, not being a dick, and making it fun. When you're in the shed, it's whatever your mind allows you to create. So now let's get to the Shed Time podcast.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's our pleasure to be here with you. Shout out to you wherever you are tuning in from. Big love coming out from where we're broadcasting. And I tell you what, I am kind of hyped because I have purposely not looked into a specific subject for the last couple of days.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot it.
I'm gonna have to pull up some materials right now, dudes.
I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, man. If you guys watch The Green Room, you might have already caught a glimpse of what we're talking about. But apparently freeze drying candy is a thing now. And
yeah, I can't wait to learn about it because, like, honestly, at this point right now, I don't really even fully understand like what kind of is it like candy that's created for this purpose, or is it this like they're taking Skittles or like?
Well, somebody in chat I think said that freeze dried Skittles were fire.
Yeah,
and that was what got this whole subject started for us. So, I'm already like somehow this has not come across my feeds, and like I follow a lot of food creators because I like to learn to cook different shit. And I don't know about this yet because like I'm trying to make carne asada today and change the game on that for myself. So I'm all for learning new shit and changing my cooking game.
yeah. I literally just pulled up YouTube and there's so many videos on this, but I want to I'm going to type something into Google so it kind of gives us like more of a breakdown of what actually happens to your candy when you freeze dry it compared to, God damn it.
Yeah, we need some of the science at least.
Yeah, I want to hear like some descriptors, like what are they saying that it's doing for them, or like,
I'm imagining like certain candies have to change texture completely, right? Like I think about I've eaten freeze-dried ice cream and how that kind of a texture feels. So like I got to imagine those candies change texture in some sort of way, and it's going to be interesting. Like freeze-dried ice cream was like eating styrofoam.
Okay, so apparently just like a real quick sort of thing of what happens. So freeze-dried candy is exactly like the name implies, candy that is freeze-dried. The process involves freezing the candy and then removing all of the water and moisture from the candy, leaving only pure sugar crystals behind. So with that, let's see if we can see some images. Like here, dude, check this out. Let's see. This is a picture of what gummy worms look like after they are freeze dried. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen real quick.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
Look what happens to these gummy worms, bro. They look like Cheeto puffs.
Dude, they
Yeah.
all
actually
of
do
a
look like
sudden.
Cheetos. They legit look like Cheetos.
Or gummy bears. You know what I mean? Or
Wow,
Jolly Ranchers.
dude.
Whoa.
Or like look at this. This is one of those little cherry guys, and it got freeze dried and turned into this.
Holy shit. How did it get so big?
It's like Cronenberg.
Because what happens is it literally is taking out all of the fucking moisture and shit in the thing and literally just making it into crystal. And somehow the crystal just kind of grows almost like a sugar candy would. You know what I mean?
That's
They're
crazy.
almost-
What are those ones that look like little sandwiches? Are those...
These are Skittles, bro.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah, the Skittles, like the
They
little
look
shell
like
actually
gumballs now,
splits.
almost.
Yeah. Like here, look right here. You've got gummy worms, Skittles, all kinds of stuff. Freeze-dried Snickers bar.
Whoa. Dude, I'm so tripped out right now.
Yeah, look at these fucking peach rings, bro. Like this website's got a bunch of free stuff. Look at what happened to the peach rings.
Cryo
Bro, those things are
cravings.
huge. They're almost like fucking mini donuts.
Yeah,
That's
dude, this
fucking
this
crazy.
website has all kinds of different treats, bro. We might have to order some of these and
Yeah.
do a little taste test, bro.
I think so.
I mean, I'm
'Cause
game.
I am not against it whatsoever. Dude, look at this caramel apple sucker, bro. You know how what those look like when you normally get them? They're flat. You got caramel on them.
What is
Look at
go-
this, bro.
Dude, that's crazy.
Wow.
It almost looks like a marshmallow.
It almost looks like a Butterfinger BB if you suck the chocolate off. You know what I
Kinda.
mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like
this
it's obviously
place
way
got-
bigger, but
They got all kinds of stuff. Freeze-dried Peeps.
that's gross.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
peeps are
and later's,
terrible.
bro.
Whoa. Look at that.
Crunchy, airy, sweet. So I guess it makes things more crunchy.
I would imagine. Like I said, when I think about like how ice cream became almost like styrofoam,
Freeze-dried Airheads.
like I have to imagine things like this become really crunchy.
Oh, and by the way, did you guys know most of us have been eating Airheads wrong our entire lives?
What do you mean?
You're not supposed to just eat them as the straight bar. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to grab one end of the package and flick it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth until that bar slowly shrinks down in the package and forms into a pillow, which is why they're called Airheads. You fucking whip them down until they come into a big fluffy piece, and then you eat it, and it actually changes the flavor.
Wait, what? But
I never.
Like here,
heard
I'm
that before.
gonna stop screen sharing so I could get a little. You literally like say
you're
like this.
Yeah,
is
it's
your
like if
Airhead,
you had
right?
like a thing of powder and
You
you're
just-
like,
yeah, and you just fucking whack it back and forth, and eventually it'll shrink down until it's like a little pillow at the bottom of the package, and then you eat it. And they say that it supposedly changes the flavor. If you do it with the mystery flavor, the flavor's different.
really?
I need some Airheads right fucking now.
Yeah, they have them at like 7-Eleven. I might get some
Yeah.
next time I drive by.
Dude, it was one of those things I learned on the old TikToks.
Well, if we're just gonna sit here and blow everybody's damn minds today,
Let's do it, bro. Let's go.
damn.
Let's get on the road and fucking. Ride
I actually learned something that I was today years old about. That song "Torn" by Natalie Imbruglia.
Which one?
I'm all out of faith. This
Oh, yeah,
is
yeah.
how I feel.
Yeah.
That's not really her song. That was a cover.
That seems about
Let's
right.
be honest. There's probably a lot of songs out there that we think are originals that are probably covers from years past.
Yeah, it was from this like indie rock band, and she just happened to cover it and make it huge. But yeah, that blew my mind today. I was like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? You know what else blew my mind? Is that De La Soul raps all over Gorillaz tracks.
Oh yeah, dude. Did you see at Coachella that they went and did Feel Good Inc? Because they're the ones that wrap the part in Feel Good Ink, and the one's rapping and the other dude's doing the laugh.
Like that just like also blew my mind. And this Feel Good Ink's not the only song they're on. There's a couple other ones too. Yeah, like De La Soul's been just kind of like sneaking under the radar and making friggin' pop bangers with Gorillas over here, and still being like, just me, myself, and I. Do 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 do. Dude, De La Soul. De La Soul's an interesting story too, because most of their music wasn't available on streaming services until I think it was March of this year. And it had to do with record label ownership and samples not being able to clear because of the way that the contracts were written. And it wasn't until I think it was March of this year that they were able to get those albums out and available on streaming services. So now the masses can go bang some De La Soul over there on the Spotifys. And I think we should all bang some De La Soul whenever we have a chance, because them dudes were dope. They were on a whole other level.
Dude, these freeze-dried candies got me so interested right now, though, dude. And it looks like you could pretty much freeze-dry anything. From what it's looking like. Freeze-dried candy corn looks nutty.
You could freeze-dry a cat?
Probably.
I mean, you probably could.
I don't know if it's legal, but you probably could.
Eat it.
That's how you make cat jerky.
Dude, there's so many sites on Etsy for freeze-dried candy.
I had no idea the market for freeze-dried candy was this large.
I didn't either. I didn't really even know how big of a thing it was until it started popping up on my algorithm. You know?
The computer gods were like, you know what? You like snacks.
Freeze-dried sweet tart chew minis?
What?
I'm guessing they're not so many anymore.
No, they've like doubled the size.
Dude, just like give all of them to me. Like all this stuff sounds so interesting that like I'm just like, how could I not be?
Yeah, I'm curious to see like how the flavor may change.
I want to know what happens when you freeze dry an Aero bar.
Oh yeah,
because it's already
how many of those
air.
things have been chocolate though? How many chocolate things are you guys seeing on that site?
Just as many as anything else.
Oh, really? Okay. What is this? The descriptions for the freeze dried chocolate say? Does this still say crunchy? Like the candies? I assume not.
It doesn't say necessarily on this one.
Yeah, it intrigues me because like that process is gonna increase the air, and in something like an Aero bar where it's already a air whipped chocolate, like to add even more air to that and puff it up even more, that might be a really interesting textural experience.
Well, if it makes it crunchy though, like then I'm like,
I mean, some chocolate is kind of crunchy to an extent, right? Like, I guess it's like how crunchy is too crunchy. Like, I guess you're right. I don't want it to be like peanuts or like the hard shell of a candied apple. But if it's just like a crispier chocolate, like I might still dig it. And I got to imagine, like, again, when I tried freeze-dried ice cream, when it hits your tongue, it basically just melts from the moisture in your mouth, right? So, like, I would imagine it's going to be a similar experience with most of these candies. You'll bite into it, and then it'll just suddenly dissolve. That might be an interesting experience. I wonder what freeze-dried Pop Rocks are like.
Yeah, you think that they'd be like the size of like with those small little like penny gumballs?
Could be.
You know what I mean?
Or like a chiclet size.
Yeah, like that'd be crazy. Like, because everything else seems to be growing like over 100%.
You're still on the courtesy mute there, James.
You can freeze dry ice cream sandwiches, bro.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Astronaut
What?
ice
It's
cream,
so
man.
weird. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, I'm not even sure if I would like any of these things, but like I'd be willing to try them. You know what I mean? Like just because a lot of the things like I do like there's a lot of candy that I'm like, oh, that's good. I like candy. But then it makes me wonder if I would like the freeze dried versions more or less. Like maybe there's some that like, like a goodies. Like I don't like goodies. Wonder what it's like freeze dried. Maybe it's better. Maybe like I would like a goodies.
Right?
Like you
You
guys
guys want
have goodies, right? Like you know what I'm talking about?
look
I
what a
don't.
fucking Rolo looks like, freeze dried boys.
Okay, goodies are basically like candy coated little pieces of black
This is
licorice.
a Rolo right here.
Ho!
Oops.
Holo! Look at what
What
the caramel did. Oh my
Look at
god.
what happened to the chocolate too. The chocolate got aerated, sort of. Or Twix.
but
Yeah, those must be like mini Twix.
Yeah.
look at the cookie. It's like so weird.
And the caramel too, bro. What else do we have here?
Oh man, I wonder what a Reese's does.
Or, dude, could you imagine freeze drying an Oreo bar?
Oh man, I'd love the strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, that would be fire.
Oh, no, let's see.
Because like, I remember when I did like the astronaut ice cream, I got a chunk of like a Neapolitan and an ice cream sandwich, and like the chunk of Neapolitan was really cool.
Oh,
Space candy.
that's saltwater. That's saltwater taffy.
What, dude, a peanut butter and fluff 1 pound cup? What the fuck? Are you
I'm
serious?
just trying to find a fucking freeze dried peanut butter cup, but it doesn't look like there is any.
Is it unfreeze dryable?
That's cookie dough.
Dude, I love how there's homemade ones.
Oh, a homemade peanut butter cup is next.
I'll
level.
tell you what, bros.
I've never had it.
My mom makes some of the best homemade peanut butter cups.
Oh, god damn.
They're pretty delicious.
There's a restaurant here in town that their chef makes a homemade peanut butter cup as one of the desserts, and it's like yay big. So
Mhm.
like you could split it with with a person, but it's one of the most incredible things I've ever eaten. It's like a nice peanut butter mousse that he uses on the inside. Primo. So yeah, I could totally smash one of those any day. Oh my god.
Dude, I can kind of get behind a Reese peanut butter cup like all the time. Like I don't often buy them. Like I actually haven't been buying that much candy, period. But like I even when I would be buying candy pretty regularly, I still would not be buying that many like Reese peanut butter cups. But uh it doesn't mean that I didn't love getting them as a kid. Like from Halloween, like that'd be like one of the things that I would save, you know?
Yep.
Or like if people were like, yo, like I don't really like peanut butter cups, I'd be like, you can have whatever candy you want. Like that's fine. I'll trade you whatever you want for those.
Holiday Reese's, man. All the shaped ones. So good.
Oh, dude, the Christmas trees are fucking so good.
I've been hooked on those Reese's Puff Minis. Like I told you about the minis that have been being a thing lately, right? Like
the
yeah.
Reese's cups, that the minis that just
no. This is the cereal. So like this is the cinnamon toast crunch mini. Like you can see how itty bitty the balls are.
Yeah.
There's a Reese's Puff version of this, and I'm hooked on it because like where it's a smaller piece of cereal, the texture's a little different, and like I'm hooked on it with the Reese's Puffs. It's like you get what I feel is a better blend of like chocolate and peanut butter flavor in each bite. And there's also we found a Reese's coffee cake recipe.
Yep. I get behind that.
So it was like a white coffee cake kind of dough base with like these little itty bitty miniature Reese's chips throughout it, and then like a nice cinnamon streusel on top, like a regular coffee cake. And dude, What a combo. Peanut butter and cinnamon is an underrated combination.
Sorry, peanut butter and coffee cake, is that what you said?
No, peanut butter and cinnamon.
Oh, peanut butter and cinnamon. Oh, you know what? I don't know how many times I've ever had something that might have had both those in it.
I'm 100% with you on that, Sean.
I would try it. I don't know if I'd be like about to like get, some toast, put some peanut butter on it, and then sprinkle
Dude,
cinnamon. I don't know if I do that.
When
You
I
should.
made those
Really?
brown sugar cinnamon banana waffles, bro,
With the peanut butter on them?
you best believe I threw some peanut butter on them.
I bet. Oh, I bet that was fire.
They were delicious. Delicioso.
That was something we were talking about too, is getting that mix again and taking a couple of just overripe bananas and mixing them in there to give it this like banana bread, peanut butter, coffee cake thing.
That'd be so fire, bro.
Right? Like, I love coming up with these ideas.
And when you get a slice of that, just pop it in like the toaster or like cut it like like a slice so you could just slide it in the toaster, pop it in the microwave for like a quick 3 seconds just to get it a little warm with a piece of butter on it.
We did it like muffins. So that's exactly what I did. I just chopped the muffin in half and then put it in the micro for like 5 seconds. Nice little bit of butter on them just to get that salty.
Yeah, dude.
Yep. Winning combination.
Fire.
So good. So good.
I'd be down with that so hard. Yeah, I just took a nice little dab of this sour grapes that I got, dude. I will say when I went to the dispensary this trip, because you guys know when I go, I got to talk about it because that's what I do. Dude, they had quite the selection of concentrates this time around, bro. And there's a lot of things that I hadn't had before or hadn't had in quite some time.
And also,
But,
James did not pull any stops because last night
No.
when he was like, "Yo, what should I try?" There's like a million different things, and I'm like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing: when I go, like, you can get up to 8 grams of concentrate at one time, and then that's the most you can get. And then the only other thing you can get is just flour things. You know what I mean? No more concentrates. Like that's just the limit. So
Oh,
I'm like,
there is a
well,
limit. Okay.
if I'm gonna go, I'll just get the limit. You know what I mean? And then that should last me. You know what I mean? Stock up while I'm here, and then I might not have to come back again in the next day or two or the next week. I could just maybe last like a week or two. So anyway, that's what I did. And I got a nice mixture of some things. Of course, I'm a big fan of some West Coast Cure stuff because obviously West Coast, and they had some pretty interesting strains, Sean. I think I might have told you about a few of them already, but they got some velvet cookies. Never heard of this strain before. Of course, I've had plenty of cookie strains, but the velvet kind of piqued my interest. So that's one I had to check out. Of course, if you guys know me, I love my OGs, and I found a little lemon OG. I took a dab of this one last night, and it's definitely got those citrusy, like OG terpy flavors going on, and been digging that. Just took a dab of this one, literally right before as the show was starting. Some sour grapes. This is one I never had before, and it was like more of a indica leaning, I think it was hybrid. So I was like, let's check it out. And of course, oldie but a goodie, some watermelon zittles, little diamonds action. But dude, this is the one that really fucking caught my eye. And as soon as I opened it up and looked at Sean, I was like, dude, this is the one, bro.
This one
This
shocked
is the
me.
one. This is some good old CES perp terp, bro. And let me tell you, when you open this up and you smell this, it's all purple, bro. All the purples. It smells. If you know what I mean when I say purple and it smells purple, that's what this is. I just want to crawl in this jar and live in it and just have this sense at all times of my life. But then I also did get a few other things. One thing I've had before, the saltwater OG I picked up last week, was really good. Also got a little bit of some sour strawberry live rosin, and it's got a nice creamy kind of complexion to it. You know what I mean? Stoked on that one. And then I've been really impressed with this company as of late, the Panacea. So I had to get a little bit more. And this one is called Purple Push Pop. And that's a cold cure rosin action. And this one's pretty damn tasty as well. But yeah, dude, the big winner so far as the terps go, this perp terp, bro, is too damn good, man.
Fucking perp terps, baby.
I'm all about the perp terps, bro.
Fucking gotta love it. Shout out to Young Terps. That Guavi Tangy Benangi.
Dude, that guy fucking that video is hilarious, dude.
I love that kid. That's my spirit animal. It's the Terp Nation.
Yeah,
The live Terp sensation.
Like he starts like almost like freestyling about terpenes to the guy.
Oh my god.
That was from the dude from All Gas No Brakes, right?
Yup. I just want that kid and the level 9 space turtle guy to get together. Because that
I don't know if I've seen that guy.
Oh my god. He's like, I once was like a level 3 human, but now I'm a level 9 turtle.
What?
Like, it's so fucking crazy, dude.
What?
That's intense, bro.
Level 9 space turtle. Oh my god.
Don't fuck with him, bro.
Sit, you better
He's
watch
level
out.
9.
He's a level 9 space turtle now. Turtle.
Dude.
Wonder if I can find it real quick. Level 9 turtle. Bang.
Will it show the whole thing if I click on this?
I just want to get to level 9.
What's a level 9?
Yeah.
It's one past level 8. Yeah, I'm not a man, I'm a turtle. I would have thought you were a man. Well, at first I thought I was a level 4 alligator, but I'm a level 9 turtle. Level 9.
Yeah. He's a level 9 turtle.
At first, I thought I was a level 4 alligator.
Dudes.
Is that what he
Okay,
said?
dudes.
Yeah, but turns
So-
out he's a level 9 turtle.
I found what it looks like when what sour skittles look like after they're done, and like you kind of get an idea of what the consistency is because the dude just kind of like smashes one. We have to watch it. It's
Let's
a
go.
short. So
Let's fucking go. I shouldn't be so hyped about this.
you ready? Here we go. And I was just gonna they just dump them all out onto a tray, right? Spread them all out.
It's a whole lot of Skittles. Okay, we gotta get some cryo frozen Skittles now.
Now watch this. He's gonna reach in and boom.
Oh wow.
Dude.
What?
So they just like fucking like
Yeah, they like disintegrate.
that's so
Popping
nuts, dude.
candies. Oh man, this dude got some popping candies going too.
Oh, that's regular Skittles. What else they got?
Gummies. Apparently this
shit.
was Skittle Day.
Yeah. I want to see what happens to the gummies, bro.
Yeah. I want him to squish a gummy after.
Well, just do it already. Quit talking about it.
Yeah. Just making me want to go get some damn Skittle gummies right now. Not freeze dried and just eat them. Cool, cool. Now show us the gummies.
Oh shit!
They look like they've already been chewed.
Dude, that's
Interesting.
crazy though.
There's some
I want to see. Oh, is this a fucking big? Okay.
What
freeze
is
drying
that?
the world's largest gummy worm.
Holy fuck, dude!
Yikes.
That's nuts.
It looked like it was made of
Oh,
Cheeto.
here- Oh, this is just all the Skittles. Oh, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that quick time lapse was dope.
Anyways, we could sit here and watch these all day, but dude, that shit still fucking mesmerizes me for some reason.
I'm
It's interesting, man. It's
definitely
like
wanna try it.
science wrapped in with sweetness, you know? It's good.
It's sweet science, bro.
I wish I had the room for a freeze dryer in my house because I would want to try to freeze dry a whole bunch of things. It makes me want to like do all sorts of weird experiments. Can I freeze dry things and then cook with the freeze dried ingredients? Like freeze dried garlic?
You should be able to. Is it when you get? Oh no, they're dehydrated. There's a difference between freeze dried and dehydrated. Okay, okay. So I was gonna say, you know how you can get like those like soup mixtures and like they'll come in a jar with like directions,
Yeah.
and there'll be like freeze dried peas and carrots in there. And after like it gets the water, I guess it's not freeze dried. It's dehydrated. And then once it gets put in the water, it becomes a normal vegetable again.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I wonder, like, how that difference works out, right? Like, I've noticed I eat a lot of dried fruit, right? A healthy alternative to candies, because as much as I want to eat all these delicious candies, I know what'll happen. And one of the things I've noticed is when I was a kid growing up, right? Like, you used to be able to buy regular dehydrated apple chips.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't see those as much anymore. I see mostly freeze dried apple chips.
Oh,
Yeah, which is weird because like I want that chewy texture that I get from the dehydrator that I don't get in a freeze dried scenario.
I remember those being like a pretty big thing, and people are like making their own like dried fruit and beef jerky and shit.
It was a very '90s fad.
Yeah, it was like a pure Ronco thing. Like it was like from Ronco, the Dehydrator 5000. You know, like that's not what it was called, but
Dude,
it's just it was
yeah.
something like that.
Ron Popeil, dude, in the Ronco series and the Popeil series, that dude was like 89 million years old and he was still hustling like fucking rotisserie machines. This shit was crazy. I remember watching those infomercials when I was a kid. Like, I remember at one point in my life, there was an infomercial channel on my cable channel, and I would not be interested in anything else that was on TV, and I just put on the infomercial channel and watch these like ridiculous infomercials, and like that dude's rotisserie always made me want one. Because like he'd be like, you can cook a whole chicken in 40 minutes. And look, it's juicy and delicious. And I'm like, man, I want a juicy and delicious chicken that easy. Just stick it in, set it and forget it. Like, let's go.
Dude, for real, actually, like there's like a number of those things that would have been on like as seen on TV type shit. And some of them I got, and they're like pretty cool, man. And they worked and like they're cool. Another one sucked. Like, dude, I got a slap chop. That thing fucking broke
Dude.
within like fucking 2 weeks.
Slap chop was such a letdown. Yes. I had one as well, and it was such a joke. And then you found out how much of a scumbag Vince from Slap Chop was.
Yeah, I've heard, but I don't know exactly what he did. But like I know that like he definitely was like kind of a creep and got charged and like but I'm not sure what
Isn't he
actually
the
he
same
did.
ShamWow guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he, if I remember correctly, it was rape.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
hey now.
Yeah. If I
Well, it
remember
turns out,
correctly.
he not only looked a little bit creepy, he obviously was creepy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Like,
He did have kind of a look, I
But I
guess.
will say, like, he made me want to get a slap chop. I got it, and I was disappointed.
ShamWow was also a huge disappointment. Like, that was just a terrible thing
It was
that
just a
never.
normal chamois.
Yeah. I think it was worse than a normal chamois. I've had better chamois from Walmart for $3.
Dude, honestly, like the Ron Popeil was probably like the most like legit guy with most legit projects
Here
that
we
he
go.
like shilled, and like he put it all out. Like the
Or the
ShamWow guy,
OxyClean
it's
guy?
not like that was his company. He was just like the front man for like the infomercials. Where
OxyClean.
Ron Popeil, like he legit
Yes.
owned that company. You know what I mean?
Here we go. I just pulled up from businessinsider.com some of the biggest as seen on TV failures.
Oh, let's get into it.
Oh my God.
I probably own
So,
half of them.
first one, neckline slimmer. That's
Never
right,
heard of
folks.
it.
Pressing on this resistance gadget for just minutes a day will miraculously redefine your bone structure to build a chin where there was no chin before.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna have to show this picture so you can see this ridiculousness. That's amazing.
That
That's
is
amazing.
amazing.
That's incredible. Oh my God! You guys remember the Flowbee?
Yes.
The
No.
vacuum attachment that would cut
Yeah,
your
cut your hair, right? Yeah.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you attach this to your vacuum hose,
Yep.
and then it would cut your hair and,
And
suck
it
your
was clean.
trimmings right into the vacuum bag, so there's no mess.
Yeah, no mess, no itchiness.
Yeah, ridiculous. The Hawaii chair.
What's that?
Oh, okay. This is the Hawaii chair. This is a hinged chair in the middle, you see? And you're supposed to like hula your hips around, and the bottom of the chair will like move in a circular motion like this while you sit in the chair.
Wow.
And it's supposed to help you like lose your flabby gut.
Yeah, it'll be like, okay. All right. Hula chair.
Uh okay. Okay.
I'm ready.
Meatball magic. Before I even show you, I have to read the write-up that Business Insider wrote because this is so perfect. Are you tired of rolling meat into little round balls? Sweet baby Jesus, yes. Yes, I am. If only there was some sort of magic press that would allow me to make uniform-sized meatballs in only 4 steps. This isn't a joke.
Wow. You know what though? Here's the thing. I would maybe use that. If it actually worked, I would maybe use that. Dude, trying to make meatballs all the same size is not that easy. Like you have to like have a scale up. Trying to do that shit by eye is hard.
Candle Quick is the next one.
Is that to
Candle
make your own
quick.
candles?
Yes.
So you melt on crayons or something?
You're melting down the end of your old candles to make new candles.
Sweet.
Super exciting.
I mean, if you think about it, you probably only have to make your own candles from candles that you burn like every single day for probably like a year to cover the cost of the machine that is saving you that. So like you're actually like you have your return on investment after a year.
Here's the funny
Think
thing.
about all the thousands of candles after for free.
I had a buddy of mine, shout out to the homie Eric. He would just burn candles, and when they got down to the last bit, he would pull the wicks out, and he would throw all the lumps into a can, and he would let all of them melt in the can. Then he would just stick a brand new wick inside the can, and that was his new candle.
Oh, the can.
He just, bam, there you go. He didn't need a machine to do it.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
here's a great one, and I think we can all remember this. We all remember when the Snuggie was a big hit, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, hey, it's a blanket with arms in it, so you still have your hands free. Cool. But do you remember when they made Snuggie for dogs?
No.
Yes.
What was it called?
It was the Snuggie for dogs.
Oh,
Like the actual Snuggie brand made a dog version of their product. Because you didn't look like a big enough jackass wearing your Snuggie outside your house. Now you and your dog can match when you go and take him out for a piss. Never mind that your dog's probably just gonna piss on the Snuggie anyway, because it's probably covering where he needs to be anyway.
Or fucking tear it up.
that's actually probably true.
Yeah, they missed the mark on that one.
Well, I feel like a lot of these are kind of either just like redundant or like they didn't really need to be there.
All right, you ready for this one? Cardio jump. A jump rope without the rope.
Okay, what?
So it's just handles.
Yes. You jump up and down and spin these handles instead of having an actual rope to jump over.
Okay, why? Like for me, I'm like, why? Like, why do you even need to pay for that?
I agree. I agree.
Like, are you just go and like skip with like a skip rope? Like, what the fuck? If you live in a place you can't,
or
just
Take
don't
a
do
goddamn
anything.
walk.
Or you could even do that without the handles. You
Yeah.
just do it.
Just hop up and down like a weirdo in your house doing nothing.
Why do you need the handles to help you do that?
I
You
don't
can do
know.
it without it if you're not going to jump the rope.
I mean, it's so weird.
Oh my god, dude! Some people are fucking.
Well,
out
dude,
there,
you guys remember like there was like those like old school like kind of as seen on TV things, but like one of the things that I instantly thought of, which is not necessarily as seen on TV, but as a kid's toy, was like the jump it or whatever, where you'd like have like
the
the
skip it.
fucking
Yeah.
the skip it. Like that was actually kind of cool, and it would count, right? Like every time it would hit the ground, it would count or something. Like you could actually keep score if you wanted to like compete against friends or whatever. But some of these other ones they're just shit.
That might be that's the one maybe purpose to having your fake ropeless jump rope thingy is that
It's
it
to
can count your rotations.
Yeah, but like here's the thing, like
I can
just
also
fucking
sit there and
be like,
do
look at a
this.
clock.
I can also count myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. But
Well, dude, even if you just look at the clock and it's like, all right, it's 10 o'clock. I'm gonna skip for 15 minutes, so I'll skip till 10:15. Then I stop. Does it matter how many times I did it?
Oh,
think
dude, this is getting ridiculous. Though I totally see all the excuses though for people wanting. Well, but this keeps track, and then it tells me how much of this and that, and
It's like I've jumped 27,000 times this past week. I bet yours doesn't do that. You just know that you skip for this long. It's like, who fucking cares? That's crazy.
I mean, if we're becoming that worried about those statistics, there's other issues that have to be dealt with.
There's other things that need to be worried about.
So this last one on this list is priceless. When you're driving, it's such a pain when your seatbelt starts chafing you. Don't you just wish that you had a cuddly little teddy bear on your chest that just gently moved it to the side for you? And if you had such a cute little cuddly teddy bear that just gently moved the neckband of your seatbelt to the side for you, don't you think it would be appropriately titled the Titty Bear? Because as seen on TV, I give you the infamous Titty Bear, the most absurd product promoted on television. A cute and cuddly way to prevent seatbelts from digging into the skin, but it ends up being an endless source of titty jokes. The Titty Bear.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Like, wow.
Oh my god.
Why?
Who named this product? Who was
Kudos
it?
to them.
Yo, who got that through
Dude,
the
it was
boardroom?
it was the intern, bro.
You know, who made it through fucking all of those fucking product development meetings and was like, yeah, we're going
It
with
was the
titty bear.
janitor strolling by with the fucking cart, and he's like, "Hey, that looks like a titty bear," and then just kept going. And they're like, "You know what? That's genius.
Dude,
It's a play on words for
Dude,
teddy
that
bear.
reminds me
That's
of,
just
like,
so crazy. It just might work."
well, it reminds me of Forrest Gump when he's running and he's just like he's giving all these ideas out to people just like
Shit,
in happenstance.
it
you know?
happens.
Yeah, and
What?
he's like, "Wait,
Shit? Yeah, sometimes.
The dude just like stops running and he's like, I literally just have the idea that's gonna make me millions of dollars.
He gets splashed by the puddle. He's like, "Here, man. No one likes the yellow ones anyway." Rubs
Wipes
his
his
face, and
face.
it turns into the smiley face T-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I love
But
it.
that's what some of these are, but they're shit. Like they did not listen to Forrest Gump. They listened to somebody else.
There's some amazing ones out there. Oh my god. I still think one of my favorite ones I've seen. I don't remember what the actual name of the product is, but it's basically a toilet wand so that you can not strain yourself when you wipe your own ass. So
Or it's for like people that don't have that long arms and long torsos or something.
yeah, or like the elderly or what have you. But the idea was it was this wand that you would squeeze a button and it would grip the toilet paper on one end, and then you could reach around, wipe yourself, press the button, and it would let go of the toilet paper in the toilet for you.
Wow, that seems like we're they tried to do that too early, you know?
Yeah,
Like we're just not there yet.
Yeah,
at that point, just get a bidet. You know?
I saw this. There's a website, not a website, it's a YouTube channel called Djibouti Dubs. We saw this, maybe 15, 20 years ago now. But their whole gimmick was taking things like the Sham Wow and those OxyClean commercials and stuff and doing like comedic dub overs on them. And some of them were pretty damn good. And one of them was on this commercial for this little ass wipe thing. And it was amazing because it's a product. It existed. I don't know if it exists today, but it existed at least at one time for them to make a commercial, like a full-on television commercial, a 25 30-second spot for this product to make sure that you do. Oh, it hurt my shoulder trying to reach around and wipe myself, so now I need a wand. Like,
Well, maybe like it's also maybe there's people out there that just don't properly, take care of themselves down there. So like now they actually can because they're limited before.
it just
Not like they're gonna get
amazes-
hurt; they're just limited.
It just amazes me that they were like, yeah, we're gonna make a commercial for this product.
Yeah, that's the part that's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, how they advertising that?
Billy
they sh-
Mays here with another fantastic
Yeah, you just
product.
see like some like old dude. He's just like with his head like this, sitting on the toilet. He's like, I can't wipe my own ass.
How are they going to show the function though, bro? Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's the thing. It's like they were taking the actual commercial and just dubbing their own comedic audio over it. So like I've seen the damn commercial. It exists. Like they showed the function, and now I have to find Djibouti Dubs and see if it still exists on the tubes. And it does.
Dubs.
It does. With 1.76 million followers. Dude, they're still going strong. Stretching in the 80s dub. Oh no. Oh man. They've been going ham. This is good to see. I'm
Yeah.
glad.
Okay. So, what if you guys, not to say to like think of an invention, but like if there's like one thing that you guys could think of that you could save a lot of time or make it a lot easier, what would you want it to be? It's just like one thing. Like you don't have to give me what will solve that solution. Just like what is the problem that needs solving that you guys would be like, yeah, I can get behind that.
Oh man, my first thought is that my DJ's hook is gonna be revolving. Because if there's a problem, yo, I'll solve it. Check out the hook as the DJ revolves it. But
Whoa.
little ice baby for you guys.
but after that,
Dude, I don't know, man. There's so much shit nowadays that already makes life more convenient. Do we need anything else? Like,
Well,
at
there's
this
going to be
point,
something you struggle with, or like
at
it's
this
like
point, it's getting
harder.
ridiculous.
I want.
Oh, you know, it would be cool. And I know I think they've already kind of started working on this, but it's probably super expensive. But if it would be more, inexpensive, it'd be sick. Self-tying shoes, bro, like the old fucking Marty McFly's.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
If I could just step into my boots in the morning and not have to tie them when I go to work, that'd be sick. And then when I get home, I could just literally like either like click my heels or whatever, and then all of a sudden they fucking let up and I could just slide my feet out. Less bending over.
That's true.
I'm saying that as a
And you
skinny
wouldn't be
dude that
like
doesn't have
fucking
much
tying your
problem.
laces and like having your lace wouldn't be undone, or like
Exactly.
just even though that's not a big deal. Like, I mean, everybody in their life has tripped, like,
Yeah.
for sure on a
Wiping your
shoelace.
ass.
You know what I mean?
I want the old, instant food thing.
Instant
Oh, where you
food
like
thing.
drop it, put a drop of water on whatever, and all of a sudden, boom, it's there. Or you pop it in the
That-
fucking thing, and all of a
That
sudden, boom,
or
it's done.
I press buttons and all of a sudden, zoop, it
Yeah.
materializes on the plate in front. So like, I would love to see that so that people like you'd immediately fix world hunger right there if you could just and it's edible food. And gentlemen, that product was called the Comfort Wipe.
The comfort wipe. Like,
The Comfort Wipe.
does this show like a picture of it?
This is the actual commercial, gentlemen, just with their dub over.
That's right. It's an anal wand specifically designed to wipe your ass and get rid of the remains safely and sanitarily. It's 18 inches long and it has been anally designed for your fat ass. It's easy to use, just like a shower scrubber. That's right. It's got instant tissue grip technology. You press and release it, and just pinch it off. Think about it. Wiping your own ass is gross and disgusting. The Comfort Wipe makes it fun and easy. That's right. It's a sanitary solution to wipe
Dude, that's so weird. It's like a grab it for toilet paper.
Yeah.
It's
Don't even bother wiping your
yeah,
ass with your own hand.
it's a real thing.
That's disgusting and it's important. That's right. The
Yeah.
Comfort Wipe. The anal wand specifically designed to wipe your ass. You just flip the toilet paper on, you wipe your ass, you clip it off. It's 18 inches long and it's anally designed, so no more hurting yourself.
So they're saying they're like, oh god, it hurts so bad
dude.
to wipe my own ass that I need this wand.
Extension arm and holder, $19.99. But wait, there's a super bonus involved. The Get a Grip. That's right, the Get a Grip.
You gotta get a grip with the Get a Grip.
You're gonna put it anywhere in your bathroom. Put one in your bathtub. Put one right next to the toilet. You got one hand on your Get a Grip. You got the other on your Comfort Wipe, wiping your ass. Stop swiping your ass and start swiping your credit card.
Stop swiping your ass and start swiping your credit card. Yar.
Dude, I will say that like handle thing in there, they had like the dual suction cup.
The handle grip
I could see that being good,
that's clutch.
but I also don't know if I'd like necessarily trust it.
They actually work, and I don't know about that one specific, but there are some out there that work pretty.
So yeah,
pretty
like
well.
the real deal ones that you can buy, like they're clutch, man. There's a few places in my own house I'm like, I just kind of wouldn't mind having a handle here to just like
Dude went next to the toilet, bro, after dropping a fat one. You know what I mean?
shit, man. If depending
Or
on
when your leg, how long you been sitting there, and sometimes your legs go to sleep, you need a little extra help up.
if you got a wall just next to your chair where you after one of these podcasts, you just I just need a holy shit handle like in
Well,
the
see,
car.
no. See, Sean, I got my armrest, bro. You took yours off. You took
Yeah.
that pleasure away from yourself, bro.
Listen, I needed these armrests off. My desk is insanely deep. insanely deep. Like not average desk deep. This is an executive desk. I've probably got like a solid 3 to 4 feet deep. I needed to be able to actually pull in to my desk, and I could not fit under the desk with the arms, so they had to go.
It's all right.
They just had to go, and it's good because I sit more like this anyway with my hands on the desk than I did on the arms anyway. So it's good for me. It works well. And the fact that I can like get in here during a show now and actually type on my keyboard and not be stretching is a sweet, sweet success. And I mean, it also means that like I can do this and I can get it all nice and close to my camera. And then look at that depth that we get now. Whoa.
Depth City.
Oh man, those perp terps, baby.
Love that.
Yeah.
I will say, like I've been using Geloctane today. It's pretty good. I think that the high, the effects are really, really nice. The flavor of it is like it's like a little too gassy for my like personal taste, but like it's tolerable for sure. And I it's worth the not necessarily loving the flavor for me.
So this right here is some glue 4. And this is not Gorilla Glue 4. This is glue 4, which is I think it was Chem Sister and Mendo Breath, if I remember correctly. I'll have to quickly open my tab that I have and double check that. But this is a unique like sativa dominant hybrid that I'm really liking. Oh, it's Chem Sister and Sour Dub. But dude, it's like slightly productive, but not like crawl out of my skin. It definitely amplifies my mind and gets my like creative juices flowing, which I'm really enjoying. I mean, I cleaned my whole studio because of this weed the other day. I've got a nice room, nice area of space ready to go, so I can start a project now, which I'm excited. Gonna reseal 100-gallon, boys.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, and Chris is gonna live vicariously through me
That is a fact. That
because
is 100% a fact.
I've made a decision, and you're gonna like it.
Okay, what's that?
I'm gonna do the rainbows in that tank.
Let's go. That's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
I'm gonna
Nice.
because like I keep looking at different rainbow species,
Mm-hmm.
and like I want to get 2 different species. I want to get the classic Bosemani, those like really big yellow ones.
Yep.
But then I also want to get one of the smaller species that have like those really like red tails. And we'll have like a mix of them. So we'll have like larger and smaller versions. I'm gonna go for like this big river style.
Dude, that's sick.
So
Rainbow, as in rainbows. What do you mean?
So
For
rainbow fish.
for the novice fish.
So they're called rainbow fish.
Okay.
And it is a really unique species that's extremely colorful. And there's a whole bunch of different variants within the species, and they all have different color variants. So like this Bosemani that I'm talking about is very, very yellow in its body, but it's got hints of blue and it's got hints of like red and shit that come through it. Some of the dwarf ones that I'm thinking of, they've got a lot more of like a silver body with like these red fins. But it's really, like anything, it's all about the
And they get to be
availability.
like a decent size, James. Like they'll get to be like 4 inches long, probably something like that.
I've seen Bosemanis get up to like 6 and larger even. The shop I go to, they have a Bosemani in one of the planted tanks, and he's definitely bigger than my cell phone.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up some pictures of rainbow fish.
I'm already on it. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, because they're from like South America, I think.
Share screen. Dude, these things look dope.
So that one in the middle there with the blue and yellow,
This one?
that's the Bosemani.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's
So
sick.
they all get huge. Like that's the one I'm talking about that I've seen. It's
That
like,
that one looks dope. Is this like the female?
No, I don't think that's actually part of that species.
That's a different fish.
That looks like a
Okay.
Batis. But like the silver one with the red, that's
Yeah, I
that's one
can
of the
tell
dwarf
that's
ones that I'm talking
Similar,
about.
the yellow, that looks sick.
You get the orange and blue there. That's considered
Yeah.
like a sunset style.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's some unique. That's a fairy wrasse that you just saw. So that's a saltwater fish.
Okay. That blue's nice.
Yeah, that's another version of it. So yeah, there's a lot of different variants. And,
Ooh, that red, dude.
The
Yeah.
albino red, some shit. It's crazy.
so many different types that you can get into.
That one's sick,
No, but
too.
Sean, that's gonna be fucking so sweet.
Hell yeah, bro.
I'm gonna go fast flowing because they love, high flow. They just love to sit there and like.
So what are you
swim
gonna do?
crazy.
Like get like a canister filter and just like have the fucking full bar just going right down?
Yep. I'm gonna go lengthwise. That way we get that full like river style.
You could even get like one of those like little water jets. I can't remember what they're actually called, but
I actually have a wave maker also.
all right, there you go. Yeah,
And,
that's cool.
Yeah, because we've all had those experiences where a company ships you the wrong product.
Yeah.
And I ordered some lights and got one light and a wave maker, and I was like, no, you fucked up. You send me the light, I keep wave maker. That's how this works. So I have a wave maker I didn't need, but I'm like, no, you fucked up. I'm keeping the wave maker, and you're still sending me the light because you're an idiot. So that way, one day if I need it, I have it. And it's dope because it's an actual wave maker, so I can just single position it and make it like extra flow, or I can actually have it oscillate and create actual waves. But like, I just want to do this like embankment setup, so that way like it's literally like a river that drops off, and it's just tons of open swimming space on one end, and then the plant life on the other, and I'll have inlet and outlet coming from that side. That way, it's just a nice U shape all the way up down the length of that thing.
No, that's cool. I look forward to fucking, like you said, like living through you while you're doing that.
Because I know you said you were like, can I just like vote for rainbow fish? I was like, you motherfucker, it's been on my list of one of my ideas for that. And
Just because, man, I've seen so many awesome planted tanks with rainbows. So I was like, Sean loves the aquascaping. Like, I think that this would be a perfect match. And there's the colors that they have are fucking awesome too.
well, that's what it is, right? A lot of the content creators I follow, I keep seeing stuff with rainbow fish in them, and I'm like, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
This is becoming more than just an idea.
Yo,
This is becoming a thing.
like,
Oh yeah, dude. Like I'm like I just found a picture of like a tank with a bunch of like those blue and yellow, and it's like planted out. And it looks fucking sick, dude.
yeah.
Like the colors pop hard.
And I mean, you guys already see it behind me. Like, I'm into this whole growing things out of the top of the tank too. So like that's part of my vision is like I genuinely want like plants that are gonna grow out of that top section too. And that
Yeah.
way, like, because I'm thinking like if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna put this thing in my living room. Nice big 100-gallon just chilling in the living room. Have it be like super fly. So like I gotta do it. I gotta do it right.
No, that's gonna be awesome though, for real. I can't wait for that. And so you're starting that. So what is it? It's like gonna be maybe like a couple month process till you get it to the point where you're like, yeah, all
Well,
right, now it's just like
I have to
maintaining and
completely get into that 100-gallon. I have to bring it inside and then cut all of the silicone from inside.
yeah.
So I've got to completely cut it all out, redo all the seams, get that to cure, test it, make sure that it's good. And as long as it's holding water, then it becomes the planning process, right? You got to start saving everything so that you can get all the things you need. Like I'll probably be cheap and forage for rocks. Because, like, let's be honest, man, buying rocks is expensive.
Dude, you know where I used to go? I used to go to this like natural rock, like natural stone place, like a landscape supply place. And I think that I got like enough coursing rock that I then fucking just like use like a rock hammer and made some like shale out of it and like all sorts of different things. Um and it cost me maybe like $50 worth of stone, but I did probably 4 or 5 tanks with it. But I did put in probably a good 8 to 10 hours of like sweat equity into it.
Right. And like that's like
But it was fucking dope, dude. Like
depending on what you want to do, right? Like I've seen people be able to go into, a rock yard for landscape supply and, let's say you just want rounded river rock and you don't care about color, right? Well, you could probably get that for like, driveway edging purposes
yeah,
for real cheap.
it's like a
Buy-
$20 bill is going to get you more than you need for an aquarium.
and that's it. You can go set up your aquarium. If you want stuff that's got visual interest, well, that's where you might have to go where you're talking about with the sweat equity and actually like break some stuff and like give it some angles and some
Yeah,
unique
dude, I
structure.
actually had one. I had in one of them, I had like this like weird kind of like it was a kind of rock pile, but there was all sorts of like caverns that I built on it on the way up. And it was in a huge 240-gallon tank, right? So it was fucking massive. Sorry, 180. 220? Fuck, I don't even remember. It's 6x2x2. It's a huge ass tank. So I had this
6x2x2.
huge fucking rock pile. But on the top, I found this like really nice piece of flagstone that had like this like natural swale in it. And so I just had it on like the slightest angle and it would like it's like kind of curved up into like a flat surface. And the fucking part that was so dope is like when I did that, I just thought it looked cool. I didn't really do it to serve a purpose. But then after a certain amount of time, like I saw so many fish spawn on the top of that rock because it was just like up away from everybody else, sort of. And like it was a flat spot. And the way that like African cichlids, they're mouth brooders. So they basically they lay an egg, the female lays an egg, right? And then she quickly spins around and grabs it. And the whole time, like the male's just like in and around that area, just like dumping, just dumping. And like she's just like swooping everything up. So it's like they're getting fertilized and put into her mouth. So you just see this and it'd be like this crazy spinning and shit. It was cool as hell, but it was all on this like pedestal. And now, like, at some point in my life, I'm gonna set up an aquarium again, and I'll probably try to replicate something like that. You know what I mean?
Do it. I want to see what you could do, with your expertise over the years and like what a tank would look like.
It would look a
'Cause,
lot
like
different
seeing
than
what
Sean's.
and that's what I'm saying. Cause like I know Sean's style and like everything that Sean's doing, and I could totally see like he's got a specific sort of like vibe that he likes. I'm really curious to see what sort of vibe you'd come up with, because that's one thing. Like obviously I don't have a tank. You know what I mean? It's just because I don't have the patience or the attention span to stick with it long enough. You know what I mean? Otherwise I would love to have a fucking tank, but I appreciate the fuck out of tanks. And I used to do a lot of YouTube window shopping on aquariums, and like a lot of the people that Sean's watching and stuff are some of the people that I've probably seen at some point in time, and we're like digging on their aquariums and seeing like the different aquascape situations they were coming up with, or even just the different like styles of tanks when it came to what kind of fish they were keeping, or like were they going like more predatory versus more something that was colorful or whatever.
This would be more of Uncle Chris's speed for sure.
Cichlid Bros. Yeah.
Just nice Malawi tank. All sorts of just.
I'm gonna say that like mine pretty much anything that I had out in like viewing looked way better than that. Like that's like I don't know. I'm gonna say low effort. I like he has like a legit neon sign for Cichlid Bros. And it looks kind of half-assed, but
well, you've also got like the rest of these too, which are slightly different than that one. Oh, come on. Discus are a cichlid I would like to play
Yeah,
with.
see, I never had interest in them. I never thought they looked that cool. Like, I mean, they look cool, but they're
I love the colors that discus come in, dude.
the way they
effort-
so many different
move
colors.
and all that to me is not that cool.
The
But
Yeah, because
effort-
they're pretty still. They're not very.
they're
you
like a
know,
different kind of angelfish. Like,
yeah, dude, they're dope
Yeah,
though as far as
I'll
the
agree.
colors.
and they're also like really so angelfish are super hard to keep, and so are discus. Like they take like they're not that hardy
Dude,
of a
they can
fish.
get big too, though, bro.
Oh no, they definitely can. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I've
that's the
seen
thing.
some like full on fucking
dinner
you know, like,
plates.
exactly.
Yeah, 100%. Like
Like,
angels.
dude, so have you seen some of the aquariums like out in like like some of the Asian countries or like areas like that, and some like you go to like their street vendor shops, and like there's literally like aquarium shops. You can walk in and they have these crazy you know like albino fucking arowanas, or like fucking crazy huge discus, or like just like these crazy rare fish like of sizes that you wouldn't see here in the States, bro. Just because like for some reason they're able to either catch them that fucking big, or just able to keep them somehow in these like
They definitely
it's
have
nutty.
they have the advantage of, I mean, being in climates where like you don't need as much equipment. You definitely don't need heaters
Yeah,
in a
because
lot
dude,
of those places.
some of those places you're wondering how they're able to keep some of these tropical fish in the setups that they're running, because they're definitely not the most high tech at all. You know what I mean? Not only that, but the amount of fish that they have in some of the tanks too, or like how they're even keeping some of the fish too, is like kind of crazy. Like I've seen this one spot where like it was like a beta breeding place, and like they're keeping betas literally in bottles,
Mm-hmm.
like old whiskey bottles. I was
Yep.
like, that's a fucking trip, dude. And you just walk in, and it's just these lines of fucking whiskey bottles with all these different fucking betas and shit in them.
I mean, I'm sure you've watched some of the same videos I've seen where like these guys will go actually catching them in the wild.
Oh yeah, dude, those are nuts too.
And it's like they have their little net, they scoop them up, and then they're just like throwing them in like an old Gatorade bottle, like 15 at a time, and then they're like trekking them back out. It's wild.
Dude, or seeing the fucking koi ponds like out in Japan and shit, and some of like the fucking size and just colors and like amount of koi that they have out there, dude, is fucking crazy, dude.
There's a video out there of a dude in like, I have no idea what Asian country he's in, but he's got basically an entire fence that's an aquarium of koi. So like the whole divider between the street and his house is this like acrylic tank that just surrounds his house, and it's just koi swimming around
That's
it.
sick.
It's wild. I see
need
this
to find
video
that.
pop up every now and then.
I need to see that, dude. That sounds dope.
Yeah, it's
Cool. I just love koi, bro, because like the patterns and like they're cool looking fish, dude.
and they're lucky fish.
I've always kind of wanted like a koi pond or something, but like, dude, we can't have koi wouldn't survive out here.
I mean, they do all right.
Yeah, but you'd have to do a lot of like work and maintenance to make sure that the shit stays.
Your biggest threat besides evaporation would be animals coming in and snatching up your fish. Have to be pretty damn deep.
Oh, we wouldn't be able to have any with the amount of dogs we have here. They'd be like, "Oh, what's that? Let's play."
You know what's like crazy? I actually don't know if Otto ever gave a fuck about any of the aquariums. Like, because he lived with me. Obviously, he was my dog. Like the whole time I was like heavy into fish. And I only like stopped being heavy into fish just because like when I moved, it was not possible to be as heavy. So I just decided to like cut it way, way, way down. But he just never cared. It was really weird. I always thought, because like I even had ones that were on the floor, basically, like they're like on a double stand, so they're like 4 inches off the floor.
That's the fish tank.
Whoa,
fence.
dude, Turkish man.
There
Wow.
we go.
I'm
That's
a
turkey.
Google it later.
Yeah,
Dude, have you ever seen those like ones
crazy.
where like I'm gonna just say like people that have the money or ability that have made like those crazy huge basement tanks where they'll like literally take like a room, and it could be like a room, and on the end of the room there's like a bit of like a half wall, and it's like they do like a fucking aquarium that is just got one big piece of glass, the rest is all concrete, and it's like 800 gallon, 1,000 gallon aquariums. You ever
Yeah,
seen that?
Dude,
yeah,
have
like
you s-
Tracy Morgan.
Does he have that?
Dude,
It's fucking
Tracy
crazy.
Morgan took a pool house in his backyard and made it into an actual Shark Tank, like public aquarium style. But like, here's a picture of the inside Shark Tank he did in his house. It's an entire wall inside his basement,
Wow.
completely themed with Jaws theming. That's the boat and actual Jaws cutout. When you walk in, there's a little motion detector with a voice recording that says, "I think we're gonna need a bigger boat." Yeah.
dude, have you seen that guy that turned his entire basement into an eel like pond? It's where it's like he has to like drop in through like a little ladder onto a platform, and it's water the entire floor, and he's got like eels and like crabs and shit in there.
That's sick. No, I haven't.
It's a trip.
Here you go, Chris. Here's another one of Tracy Morgan's tanks. It's a functioning pool table.
Wow.
There's also his octopus tank that he has.
Dude, he likes fish, huh?
Is Tracy Morgan really that rich?
Bro.
He's got paper.
Okay.
He's got paper. Like it's pretty out of control. But yeah, like I said, he has a whole he turned a whole pool house in his backyard into a shark tank so that while he's swimming in his backyard pool, he can be looking at his sharks. Shaq did the same thing. Shaq's got a whole room. It's Egyptian themed with an Egyptian obelisk in the center, and it's got grouper swimming around.
Man, I mean, that's cool. That's like crazy cool. Like, I mean, you have to have a lot of money in order for that to like make sense, or like have a lot of skill
You need
in
to
order to
check
make that
out
sense. But
yeah, you need to check out the show Tanked
oh,
from
I've
Animal
seen that
Planet.
before. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like they were like for the longest time the tank builders to the stars. So like
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
Alyssa Milano, fucking what's his face from like Derek Jeter from the Yankees. They've done one for um, tons of other sports stars. Steve Aoki, yeah, Titus O'Neil,
Who are you talking about?
the guys from Tanked.
Oh, dude, have you seen the guy from the pond guy? I think that's what his name is actually. Fuck. But have you seen the pond that they've done for Shaq in his front yard, dude? I don't know if it's a koi pond or not, but dude, fuck, what are these guys called?
Might be
is
the
it-
pond guy,
Might be
actually.
the pond guy. Let me see. Let me see. Is this the guy? Yep, the pond guy. Greg Winstock. Woodstock. But dude, the pond he did for Shaq is insane.
Shaq's a crazy man. Like he's a big fish
Oh,
lover.
apparently something happened with his pond, and they had to redo it. They posted a video a day ago about it.
Really?
Yeah, Ed, the pond professor, he's one of the guys that helped him build it. Oh, apparently I had a leak.
Oh no.
Let's see here.
I would love to have a pond. And even more cool is like if money were no object, I'd love to have a pond that like went under a section of the house so that you could have like a glass floor that looked down on the pond.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, I think that'd be dope. And it'd be even cooler, again, I guess, if money's no object, if I could have an indoor water feature that was connected to that pond. So the same fish out in that pond could eventually swim indoors and be in that indoor water feature too. Because again, if money's no object, fuck it. They can swim under the floor. We can watch them swim out to the pond. Like, that'd be sick.
Dude, it's funny, right? Because like being like is pretty deep into the hobby for like, I don't know, 5 6 years. I like went to certain people's houses, like just like random people's houses, because like they'd be selling a fish that I was trying to get, or I'd be like trading them some fish for fish or whatever. And like just some of the setups that these people had were insane. Like this dude had a basement where you'd walk down the stairs into the basement, and it was probably like it was a townhouse, so the basement was probably like 25 feet by 15 feet, and it was split into like 2 rooms, right? So like one room was probably only like 4 feet, maybe a little bit less, and it had like the furnace and all like the, you know, the main like electrical board, like all these different things, and the hot water heater. And then the
Engine
other
room.
side was like a living area, right? But it was fully finished, like it just looked like a normal regular part of a house. But dude, the entire fucking wall was filled with aquariums. And on the front side from where you were at, it was like just flush. Like it just looked like these little mirror, like little pictures into fucking something. And then if you went in the other room, it was like all the backs to the aquarium. So like you could like clean them all, feed all the fish, but keep all the wires. Everything was like back there. Dude, it was so fucking nice, man. I was like,
How many
yo,
different aquariums were there? Just like one, or
probably like 15. No, dude, it
oh
was the
shit.
whole fucking wall. James, it was like
So like it
3
had
high.
all kinds of different kinds of fish and shit and different.
Yeah.
Yes,
He had like
So
a
it's
whole
almost
rack
like
system.
it was almost like you walked into like a fish store.
Yeah,
and,
but like a classy as fuck.
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
not
No,
quite
I
as
get
on
what you're
top of
saying.
each other, but like
No, but I get what you're saying. Like they had like if you were to walk in like real like uppity kind of like maybe high profile sort of like aquarium shop, or like even just like a small like aquarium and like some hoity-toity like
He had his
Yeah.
own little like
Yeah.
fish room / gallery going, basically.
yes.
yeah, that's
And
sick, dude.
then behind
That's
that,
sick.
like where he had all the other stuff, he had like a bunch of other tanks that he was like using to like grow out fish or like breed fish or all sorts of like hospital tanks, fucking all this shit, dude. It was crazy.
By the way, do we just take a second to like appreciate the fact that I said hoity-toity?
Yo,
I mean, I respected it. It wasn't that. It didn't throw me off at all.
I did. It threw me off like after I realized I said it. Like who fucking says that?
Yes, bringing it back.
I don't even know what era that's from, but it's definitely not from.
I don't
ours.
either, bro. Not from mine. That's for damn sure.
I'm
I don't think I've ever said that before in my life.
That's,
Oh, I'm sure that I have.
that kind of space is my goals, though. Like, I got the snake. I've got these two behind me. Another one there. My quarantine tank. I'm building like a nano 5-gallon right now. That like I'm just gonna decide how I'm gonna plant, but I'm gonna go filterless in this one. And this one's cool. This one's for my wife. So this is gonna be a shrimp tank. And it's Doctor Who.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that'd
cool.
be sick. Yeah,
With the TARDIS in it. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
and it almost kind of looks space themed with that rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like
That's-
So
moon
it's
rock.
like crashed on like a planet or something.
So I'm gonna
That's sick, dude. I like that, Sean.
go ahead and start gluing some of those rocks in place, building them up a little bit more and everything, and then
Maybe make a couple little caverns for them to fucking slide into.
we'll see what I can pull off. But like the whole interior of the TARDIS,
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
So like I'm gonna get red cherry shrimp, so that way they stand out against that blue. There's just bright red shrimp, and then just nothing but green plants throughout it.
Dude, maybe even toss like one or two blue ones in there too. It'd be kind of cool for the contrast against the red rock. So that'd be kind of dope.
If I'm gonna get a contrasting color, I might actually get ones that are red and white,
That'd be sick. Yeah.
Because then if
Where
they
the red on top, white on.
crossbreed, we can get some like nice looking crossbreeds out of them. But yeah, this will be a cool little project that I'm gonna embark into. And with the shrimp, I don't need to heat it, so it'll just be like a cool little like desktop jam.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're sick over here. Too many tanks, and I can't stop it myself.
Dude, I've always wanted a turtle tank. But dude, turtles, they kind of smell, bro.
Turtles
Yeah,
can
turtles
be
do have
work.
like their own smell for sure. I never had any, but my mom was like, she's like, no, you can't have turtles. Like they'll give you salmonella poison if you don't wash your hands. And
See,
so I just and honestly, like I'm glad that she didn't let me because like I had some friends that had them and like their room would stink. And I had a hamster in my room or I had a fish tank in my room, but it never smelled
Yeah,
that
it's
way.
a different, yeah.
I kind of have been into this idea of a musk turtle because they stay super small and they're mostly an aquatic turtle. They barely come out. So it's kind of like having a fish tank. And like I've seen the way people have set up tanks for them, the way that I would set up stuff like this, and I'm like, it's doable. It's definitely doable. But then I think about the extra work of having another species. Like that's a whole another set of foods and medications and like I'll stick to what I am already prepared for. Animal care, man.
Yeah, dude.
You know, it's like you said, like how are you going to commit to another, any other animals? You have too many dogs. I get it. Like
So much stuff, bro.
that's it. That's how I wound up with the chinchilla I have.
But dude, the pups, bro, they're getting big already. Their eyes are opening. They're already starting to walk. They're gonna be fluffy, bro. These ones is gonna be fluffy. Dude,
Oh,
good old Eddie Van Halen's a fucking chunk, dude.
I love that.
He's the biggest out of the 6, dude.
Oh, so what is the theme of this litter is rock stars or something?
Yeah, dude. So you got a good old Eddie Van Halen, Freddie Mercury, and Jimi Hendrix for the boys. And then you got Joan Jett, Pat Benatar, and Stevie Nicks for the girls.
I love that. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I was chilling with Jimmy yesterday. Fucking picked him up and fucking laid him down on his back and just you start petting the, like the little pads on their paws. Next thing you know, their head starts kind of falling back. And then their mouth opens up, and sometimes that little tongue just kind of fucking pokes out a little bit, you know what I mean? And then the next thing you know, they're out, dude. I was just sitting there just fucking petting his stomach while he was fucking sleeping. And every now and then his little back foot would, start going. You know what I mean? You get that little phantom fucking kick going, you know what I mean?
Love it.
Dude, I love
Dude.
when you can get like a dog to kick. Like go to like scratch themselves. It's awesome.
Yeah, bro. That's like this is like the fun time because they're not like super crazy or nothing yet. They're just chilling, you know what I mean? They're little loafs, you know what I mean? They're just barely starting to they're not squirming around like little worms anymore. They're getting to start to kind of crawl around the little pin a little bit.
They're also starting to develop their personalities, I'm imagining, at this stage too.
Yeah, they're all starting to, get a little bit more vocal and their eyes are all open now. So eventually they'll start to hear. Once they start to hear, you can go up to the little pool and tap on the side of the pool, and all of a sudden all their heads will pop up and they'll start, like, what's going on?
There's excitement afoot.
Yeah, dude.
I love it. Animals, man. Animals are awesome. I don't know how life would be if I didn't have animals in my life.
For real, dude. Animals, like they just make life that much, easier to go through, you know what I mean? Just having that companionship or just, you know what I mean? Or having that, maybe that's just something else to take care of other than yourself, you know what I mean?
It's like the chinchilla, man. Like he's got this personality, and like he'll He'll let you know when he's not happy about something. He'll let you know what he wants. And it's funny, like they take the dust baths, and if he wants a dust bath, he'll let you know to the point that like he'll start doing like a half roll on like the 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 landing that he's sitting on, the perch he's sitting on, just to kind of be like, hey, look, like I need to do some rolling right now. You mind giving me a bath real quick? So
Yeah, like that. I've always been curious about like chinchillas, because chinchillas are they're a different kind of pet for what I understand, because they're not your usual type of pets where like you're gonna be able to pick them up, play with them, do cuddle with them and that sort of thing. They're pretty more of like a, you know, I wouldn't say isolated, but they kind of like want to just keep to themselves, and you kind of just get to look at them and just let them do their thing.
I mean, you can handle them. Some people like the trouble is they need to trust you, and they take a long time to build trust. So like I've had my chinchilla for 9 years, maybe now, 10 years at this point, and like it's taken all this time for us to be able to actually physically put our hands in the cage and pet him. But we're also
Really?
also the third owners he's had in his lifetime. So he had some experiences that were more traumatic for him in the beginning life, and that makes him far less trusting of humans. So it's been a lot of work to get to the stage that we're at now. Other people will get a chinchilla and have it from, a baby and handle it regularly, and their chinchilla's fine being handled, and it'll hop up in their hands and they'll be able to hold it and pet it and it'll be cool. But yeah, not all of them. Mine's definitely not one of them. And they also need to come out and move around a lot. So like you need to be able to let it out of the cage to run around, which means if you have like wood trim, you have to be careful of that, shit like that, because they're
They'll
gonna gnaw
nibble
on
on
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long do they live? You said you've had it for 9 years.
Yeah,
How
9 or
long do they
10.
live?
Anywhere between 10 and 20 years.
Crazy.
So like I'm in his final years of life, whatever that's going to be at this stage. But yeah, and it's interesting because like it's basically like a squirrel. It's like
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
squirrel, but it's also like having a rabbit.
Yeah, I was gonna say honestly, dude, it's like kind of like a rabbit squirrel
scrabbit.
combo
It is.
A
It's
scrabbit per se.
because they do have like those like bigger back legs, like more like a rabbit, but like even squirrels have biggerish back legs, and like
Mhm.
that's just the rodent in them, I guess.
It's very much like a squirrel. When you think of like the tail is very much the same as a squirrel, texture and everything. Just super super soft. In its natural habitat, it's very much like a squirrel. It's like a burrowing squirrel in like the the mountains in Peru.
Yeah,
So
because they're South American, right? Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so like they're pretty nifty. They're pretty
And
damn
lots of
cool.
people would kill them and like use them for fur coats and shit, right?
And food.
And food.
Yeah, guinea pigs are also a
Yeah.
food source in those regions, and we keep them as pets here.
Dude, some of the guinea pigs are kind of cool looking, like the real furry ones. Kind of
I
like
love the
fucking-
fluffy guinea pig.
Yeah, because they always kind of look like Gizmo. You know what I mean? Like especially like those patterns, they look like Gizmo from the fucking Gremlins, dude.
Hmm.
I've always wanted one to name Gizmo.
They're a lot of fun.
Yeah,
They're a
but
lot
they're
of fun.
also one of those animals that are kind of smelly too.
Yes, just like ferrets.
Yeah,
My uncle has ferrets. They're fun. He can keep them.
yeah, but they're smelly.
Like I had a lot of fun when I worked for Petco. When I would take care of the ferrets, like they're a blast. They're so much fun to play with. But yeah, they stink to high heaven, and it's not fun. It's not fun. But I'll tell you what, like when you clean the cage, scoop everything out and everything, I put the ferrets back in the cage, and then I would dump the bedding in, and they'd go friggin' ballistic. They would have the time of their lives getting showered in the bedding. It was
Huh.
some of the most fun stuff I've ever seen. Like you'll see video on like TikTok and Instagram of like people putting out like say packing peanuts for their ferrets to play in, and it's the same exact response. They for some reason they love it. They'll go just friggin' ballistic and have the time of their lives. Same with like tubes. Ferrets love to go hide in tubes,
Yeah.
but they also like to hide shit on you. They'll like steal things from you and hide it. So like you can leave your keys out, your ferret could find your keys and be like, oh hey, yoink, take off with your keys, and you have no idea where your keys went. So you find where your ferret hid it. That's irritating.
Dude, I love like I actually never had anybody that I was friends with that I went to their house and they had a ferret. But like I'm sure that I at some point I've known someone who's had a pet ferret. But now or for even like the last like 20 years, whenever I think of a ferret, I think of the Big Lebowski. So remember he's like he throws the fucking ferret in the tub when the dude's in it. And he's like calling it like a marmot or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's like they fucking threw a marmot in there, man.
Oh, the Big
Fucking
Lebowski.
nihilist. Dude, that fucking movie's so great.
And with that
Movie's so great.
reminder of the
It's a
Big
classic.
Lebowski, it is time for us to call it quits for the day. Shout out to Gina for keeping time on us because we appreciate you. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and send it around the room. So Uncle Chris, kick it off.
Well, yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Of course, if you guys want to show us some support, you can feel free to go over to shedtimepodcast.com. And you can check out our Patreon and all sorts of stuff like that. Of course, another way you can show support is just by keep on listening. And if you want to share it and give some reviews, that'd be awesome too. So we appreciate you guys. If you guys want to check me out, you can check me out on Tuesday nights on KVTV's YouTube channel for Mixing It Up. It's just some friends that mix the me liquid and just kind of have a conversation about flavors and just, I guess, ultimately about vaping too. So feel free to check that out. And then obviously Friday night, you can check out Sean, James, and I on the Green Room on the Frames Jangle Vapors YouTube channel. And we're always just having a good time there too. I think that you'll find a common trend, like whenever any of us are kind of around somewhere, normally we're having like a good time. I think that's just like the vibe that we got. So you guys are a part of that. So thank you. I think that's everything. So everybody be safe and have a good week and live your best life. Frames, take it away.
As always, shout outs to all the Shedheads for all your guys' support. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you drop those 5-star reviews on all those podcasting platforms because that helps us out in the old algorithm. Of course, make sure you check out the Patreon if you guys want to get the video version, maybe get some of the screenshot actions of the videos and things we may pull up, as well as, maybe seeing our beautiful faces. You could see us twice if you want to go over and check us out. Also on Friday nights on my Green Room show with the boys over there at my YouTube channel, Frames Jangle Vapor, like Chris said. Bunch of good times over there hanging out with the boys and all the Shedheads in chat. If you guys want to pop in for a Shedhead session or a build off or anything, kind of more vape related, go check that out there. Other than that, we'll be here in the shed doing it as we always do. So I'm going to end it as I always do, sending out positive vibes. Chris by fives. Don't forget to tell someone you love them, and a little dab or bag will do ya. Sean.
Oh, yes. So, my friends, thank you for tuning in. Big shout out to all of you, and a big shout out to all the patrons out there supporting us. We do appreciate you. So, I'm going to bring it to a close like I always do and remind you, don't let the bastards get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick, and whatever it is that you do, be sure to have some fun because it's the Shedtime Podcast, and we're about to roll on up and roll on out.
Dynavap, Dynavap, Dynavap. Looking to cut the cord on your dry herb vape? Dynavap. Trying to get the best taste from your herb? Dynavap. Ready to take your sesh to the next level? Then meet Dynavap, the best way to vape your flower or concentrate. Concentrates? That's right, your flower or hash can be vaped using Dynavap. Check out Dynavap.com to learn more. That's Dynavap.com. Lose the ash? Dynavap.
What's going on, Shedheads? It's your boy Frames Janklin. Are you looking to step up your match game or have a raw copper, brass, or stainless mod or RDA that you're absolutely tired of polishing? Then you need to go and hit up my man Ashton of Palmer's Powders. He does some absolutely amazing powder coating work. He offers many different colors and finishes at an absolutely killer price. This man is taking powder coating to a whole new level, and he can make your setup an absolute masterpiece. You can go follow him over on Instagram at Palmer's Powders, and you can go check out pricing on his website, palmerspowders.com. That's palmerspowders.com. And as always, let's just vape on, Shedheads.
I want you to think of your favorite rebuildable right now. Yeah, okay, so you have a layer cake in your hand, and now you're about... Oh, sorry, yeah, that's not everyone's favorite. That's just mine. So think of your favorite rebuildable atomizer. Think about how good of a vape it produces for you. Now, take that and amplify it. And the way that you amplify that is you put in some Breezestone coils. Breezestone coils are handcrafted in Adelaide, Australia. They're made from some of the finest quality wire that you can get. I believe it's wire Buddha. You take those coils, you take them out of that phenomenal packaging that clearly shows how much care that Adam puts on the quality of his coils and the insurance that you get them in good shape. You put them in that favorite RDA, and guess what? You have coils that now sing better than Celine Dion. Go check out Breezestone coils. You can find them on localvape.com and also steelvalleyvapors.com. Solid.
I guess in my case, I'm gonna fire up this here Dynavap and take one more Ripski.
Yeah. Get that Dynavap in ya.
Dyna gang.
Do it for the click.
Mm-hmm. And Dyna click. Live by the click, die by it. Mm-hmm.